Good morning, students. This is Mrs. Heckendorf coming to you right from my living room. Today we're going to do a contour line drawing. So we already know that line is the path of a point. So it can be squiggly, it can be straight, it can be zigzag. Today we're adding the term contour line, which we would have been doing in class. So contour is French for outside. So the outside line of something. And then we're also going to be practicing observational drawing. And this is a thing I really wanted to talk to you about. When you're drawing something, you might have an idea of what it looks like in your head. I'm going to be using a shoe today. I have a pretty good idea of what a shoe looks like. But if I draw without looking at this shoe, my drawing won't look like this shoe. So you have to train your eye and your brain while you're drawing to actually kind of be moving your eye right along the shape you are drawing. If I was drawing this little piece of leather here, my eye is moving around it, noticing the shape, coming back down. If I'm doing this one, I say, ooh, it swerves out, then it goes in, it's got kind of a like round part at the end, and it comes back down and swerves in again. And so it's a skill that you really have to practice and master. And so this first time, it's going to take a little bit of practice and time. So you're going to need some household object. I chose a shoe, not too difficult, not too simple. And you're going to have to set yourself up so you can see it while you're drawing. So it needs to be kind of right in front of you so you can keep looking back and forth between your paper and your shoe. So here's my setup. I have pencil, paper, I have a shoe that I've picked out. I'm going to start by just getting the most basic size and shape on the paper. And to me, the line that sticks out the most that I observe and I'm looking, my line is following where this gray part meets this white part. And I don't want my drawing too small. I want to give myself plenty of space. So here I am starting on my paper and really paying attention to how that moves down the shoe. And then I can see there's a little bit of like that black rubber at the toe. And then this comes down and there's some tiny little treads. Bigger space, tiny little treads. Almost a triangle here. And the treads. And my eyes are looking back and forth between my paper and the shoe so that I can put that in. And I also observe that up here this is a little bit skinnier and it gets fatter back here where there's more cushioning. Same thing is happening in my drawing. And so then the toe of the shoe comes around. These are old shoes. They're a little bit kind of wrinkly. I'm going to have this back coming up here. And now I'm going to go inside contour lines. There's this piece of leather that comes down and around like this. And then there's the stitches. I think this comes out too far. I'm going to change that. I'm observing and changing my drawing. There's these two little lines of stitches right here. Wrinkle comes across here. Now from there, and I see a shoelace coming out of that. And there's three little dots. And then I have a piece of leather coming here, almost touches that, and the shoelace. And this one curves in more on this side. Now, right now, I'm drawing at a really awkward angle off to the side so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to switch to time lapse, which is drawing a little bit faster so you can see how that works. I'm also going to move it so that the iPad is facing straight down on my work. A little bit more comfortable for me. I'll be able to do a better drawing. So that was probably about 15 minutes of drawing time for me, maybe a little bit less. Truthfully, I did a video before this and I drew the same shoe to slightly different angle. This is my other drawing, just to give you some idea, but I had my shoulder in front of the video that whole time. This one took about 15 minutes too. And so the real point here is trying to train your brain to follow the lines inside of things so that you're drawing this shoe, not just your idea of a shoe or whatever object you chose. I would love to see your drawings in your Seesaw template of your contour line objects. All right, I will talk to you next time.